Interesting. Okay. Parking violations, driveway tow, abandoned vehicles, person dumping trash, vicious and dangerous dog complaints where no attack is in progress. Okay. Calls for service for loud noise, loud music, or party calls that are anonymous or have no victim. Landlord-tenant disputes, loitering, trespassing with no indication of danger. So you let them come in. Mm-hmm. You let them come in. Trespassing with no indication of danger. I just wanted to see Taylor Swift's yard. I just wanted to see it. I like it. Code 30 alarm response. Syringe disposal. That makes sense. Just, hi, there's somebody who keeps throwing syringes in my... Shut up. Hi, someone keeps throwing syringes in my defecating, urinating in public.
Look at 28.
28, suspicious circs, possible dead body where no indication of foul play. Great. Leave the body there. Leave the body there. Why get the pigs involved with a dead body? Why call the cops over a dead body? It's California, the greatest state in the nation. And this idiot, Gavin Newsom, really thinks he's going to run for president. This like middle-aged fuckboy retard believes he's going to run for president. The state is a laughingstock. It's a national embarrassment and a joke. Everyone hates it. And I know people like someone in his orbit that kind of chat a little. He thinks he's got like a shot, and maybe Elon does too, because that's why Elon moved Tesla back here, so that maybe he thinks within 4 to 8 years there will be a Newsom presidency and he can hand them all those free contracts, government contracts. I don't really know. But, I mean, this is just hilarious. Most California voters don't want Newsom to run for president. 70% of voters don't want him to run for president. They should want him to run away. I mean, this is like hilarious here. A dead body. They may not send police for a dead body. Who do you call? Uber Eats? I mean, who would you call? Postmate? What are they going to? They're going to send people without guns or without weapons in our police. Okay, so union reps say the establishment of an unarmed response protocol will help with the police department's chronic understaffing problem and allow police to focus on the actual job of responding to emergencies, not these things like some drunk, defecating person next to a dead body. That's fine. The decision to trim back armed responses by sworn officers is an alternative policing approach that has been deployed in other major cities to varying levels in the wake of wide-scale civil unrest caused by deadly police slaying of civilians. Right. So basically, the decision to trim this back as Twitter. We decided that it would make Twitter happy, and we thought people were tweeting, so this is good. In Virginia, armed officers have responded. Here's my thing. I also don't think that you need cops in every situation all the time, but there's a lot of fucking things there that probably could use police. There's a lot of things there where somebody's heavily intoxicated or being suspicious, something weird, something bad is about to happen, something bad may happen, and the idea that you're going to get rid of any type of police response and the people are not going to be armed, they're not going to be, you're just going to let things get to a point where it's going to be very difficult to deal with them after they've happened. That's what's going to happen. When you're basically saying we're going to ignore something until someone gets stabbed or someone gets shot or there is an altercation, it's not good. You don't, and I know that everybody's like, well, they're just running around the streets killing people. Listen, we got to get better with the training with cops. At least Lori made it fun. See, Lori made it fun. Gavin doesn't even make it fun. Lori made it fun. You rooted for the chaos with Lori.
Right.
I rooted for Lori. I rooted for her. She's a figure that you root for because she is a mob boss. And now she must take her place amongst the shadows, in the shadows, and she must launch full-scale attacks like the Riddler on Gotham City. There must be no fucking let up, Lightfoot. You are to continue to raise hell. You are not to fall back But it's just amazing. I just, the idea of like Lori Lightfoot on a lesbian cruise playing shuffleboard, cheating, and then having someone go, what did Lori do? They go, she was the mayor of Chicago. She was the criminal mayor of Chicago, of a great American city. Yeah, I mean, this is so funny. Well, listen, God bless. I mean, this is what you get, right? It's like, hey, maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll work. Maybe ignoring the dead bodies will work. I don't know. I mean, there's, you would think that it wouldn't be perfect, but what do I know? Maybe this is not as bad as it seems. This is a state where people should experiment. I was up in the Pacific Northwest recently, and the thing about the Pacific Northwest is that it is insane. And a lot of the cities up there, again, it's just something about the West Coast. There's just something about the West Coast where people are a bit off. Maybe it's when you leave SoCal, you don't get a lot of vitamin D. When you go up there, you get almost no vitamin D. Something about the people is a bit off. And, they kind of like it. They like it the way it is, where it's just like endless tent cities and a lot of mentally unstable people in the streets and like downtowns being overrun with junkies and crime. It's like, hey man, if you're into it, you're into it. Like, that's my thing. It's like, if you're into it, you're into it. I'm not going to tell you what to be into. It's like, I'm not going to kink shame. You do what you do. If you get off on the idea that there's a bunch of psychopaths running around the downtown of your city, and you're like a young professional, but it makes you feel better about yourself, which I guess it does. These people, they feel better about themselves. They go in and they're like, I believe it's their right to do whatever they want to do. Stab me again. These people should be able to just, this is what they want. These are the areas they've created. They keep voting for this shit. They want it. I don't know what to say. It seems not good. When I go and I see all the crazy people running around the streets, I go, this seems unsustainable. But then you'll talk to people and they go, well, actually, it's much better than it was. They removed a few of the tents, and I think that we're heading in the right direction. They can't take the people's stuff, though, because you see that woman there? I mean, that's her thing. So the cops shouldn't be able to move her things. And occasionally she goes nuts and then runs into traffic. But this is her right. This is who she is. And why would we stop her from behaving that way? And, and they're just eating organic food in a place. And then, as people walk by and as the end of the world just marches on outside, the end of the world just marches past people and they just go, well, I just think that it's very complicated.